Morning! Still got my Bulgarian friend behind me, so he hasn't left yet, and I doubt he will, because all roads lead to Germany and you can't drive in Germany today. Another benefit of staying in Denmark on a Sunday is that all the supermarkets are open on a Sunday, so I can go shopping, although I went last night. What I will do, have a wander across the road and see if the gym will let me use their showers or not. Then after that, quickly whip up to Diesel House. I went there once before, a few years ago when I was on the buses. That was during the week. And it's basically a museum to all things diesel engines. And they do run some of the engines. They run a little small one when I was there. But on the first and third Sunday of every month, they run the big engine, like 22,500 horsepower or something. Which used to act as like a pica plant back in the day, but now they just run it as a thing that they show off. And today is a Sunday, and it's in fact the third Sunday of the month. So I'm going to quickly whip up there, because they fire it up at 11, which isn't far away. So quickly get a shower if I can, and get up there to watch the engine running, and then maybe have a little walk into town somewhere. So it would appear that the answer is yes for 49 kroner. However, none of the cubicles have doors on them. So luckily there's no one down here at the moment, so I shall make haste and do what I've got to do. Not a bad little truck stop. You've got a little selection of Lime scooters that seem to get cycled round every night. So you've got fresh ones in the morning. Got McDonald's over there for food and toilets. Got World Fitness over there for showers. And you can park here for 3 days without paying anything. Anyway, I'll sort my bag out, grab one of them scooters, and we'll head off to Diesel House. Well, there's Diesel House. Probably going to miss them firing up the engine now. Yeah, they've changed the rules since I was last here. You've got to park in designated spaces now. Nearest one was miles away. Before, you could just dump them wherever you wanted.
Det vil sige, at den tænder hver gang bestemten er i top. Men hvad der er helt specielt ved det, det er, at den også tænder på undersiden af stemmen, det er, at stemmen er i bund. Så
So that's the bus parking that I was looking for on Google. That's why I parked at top deck, as you can hear, right next to the railway. And whilst looking for this, that's how I stumbled across that other bit of parking down by McDonald's and Fitness World. Supposedly didn't have much battery left, but it's soldiered on and got all the way here. 8 kilometres, half an hour's riding. 75 krona. It's not bad. Nice little day out, walking around town. Check on my truck, but it should be alright. NTG still there. Have McDonald's later tonight. And yeah, get settled in, ready for an early start tomorrow morning. Good morning! Another week begins. Everything is sorted. It's 4:30. Sunlight's already starting to arrive because we're that far north. Although not extremely far north. I'm only the equivalent of around the border area between Scotland and England, so it always feels like you're a long way north when you're in Scandinavia, but you've actually got to go past Bergen, Stavanger to get past mainland UK. Everything is sorted, everything is good. 10 squawkers on. One construction vehicle has left just now, so far this morning. Push my trailer over into the middle. There we go. Make that 2 vehicles have left so far this morning. Right around we go. There is room to turn right out of here, but there is no point in doing that because I can only turn right at that junction and I want to turn left. So go down here and join the main road and then turn left. And it's a case of following our route all the way back to Rodby, get the Puttgarten Rodby ferry, and then back into Germany, all the way down to Osnabrück. And since I'm in no great rush, I might park there tonight, because it's around halfway. I might not, I'm not sure. Split left, Rodby, perfect. I actually quite like that parking in the end. I wasn't sure at first when I first got there. It looked a bit of a dodgy area, but it turned out to be alright. There we go. Parking ferry, straight on at ferry. I think it's the same sort of thing. Trucks and buses get filtered out from cars and vans. Park up, find the check-in, in you go. On the ferry. Bish bash bosh, sorted. Pull off here. Cars, 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 caravans, motorbikes, trucks and buses. There we go. Please check in here. Okay, come back to there. There we go, all checked in, lovely. It's over €100 cheaper going in this direction. Whether, I don't know if they have an off-peak and a peak pricing plan or whatnot, but yes, there's a significant difference in price. But now, time to join the queue, lane 8. I think it was lane 8, yes. So what we got to do, we've got to scan something. We just sit and wait for it to let us in. Please insert ticket. Okay. Off we go then. Cool. In neutral. Stick it on brake whilst we wait for the ferry. And yeah, sit back and relax, I suppose. Where are we going to? Pre-stage. Since there's a bigger gap, I'll go on the left-hand side. Here we go. Don't use it now, but as you can see, there are rails here, so used to transport trains as well as trucks and cars. That'll do there.
Are kindly requested to return to their vehicles. Smoking on the car deck is not allowed. Please do not start the car engine before you see a green light above the leg.
Doors just finished opening. Checked in. Got over 45 minutes of break, something you won't be able to do in a few years' time. just waiting for the go signal, which that sounds like the release of handbrakes, and people are moving. Off we go. Off the boat, onto the road, and then yeah, it just turns into the A1, and that's where we live for the rest of the day. Is that a longer wagon drag getting on the boat? I think it is. It's busy heading north, not so busy heading south. In fact, it was so quick at getting us loaded. By the time I'd walked up to the top, we were already out the port. Just got to plug this back in. Now we're back in Germany. Since it's also getting warmer now. Jumper off. And we're ready to rock and roll. Osnabrück is where I'm aiming to stop. That's well over halfway. So it'll be a nice, quick, easy cruise into the Netherlands the next day. So yeah, when the tunnel is all built, all of this road's going to be upgraded to motorway, so I imagine it's going to be 2 lanes in each direction. And, full speed instead of 80 kilometers an hour. It's technically 80 kilometers an hour for trucks anyway, even on the motorways, but nearly everyone ignores it. This bridge is getting replaced. The railway, I imagine, will be getting upgraded because it's a single track line and it's clearly not in use given how rusty the rails are. So they may be rerouting the rail or just upgrading it along the existing route, I don't know. There we go. Road opens up. Motorway starts in 400 metres. Here, all the way up to the ferry, or will eventually be the tunnel. All that needs upgrading. So eventually it will all look like this all the way up, through the tunnel and then out the other side. There we go. This is the traffic of Hamburg that we know and love. Even though we have 2 completely open lanes, we're not allowed to overtake. There's a massive convoy of trucks up ahead for some reason. I was wondering whether to park in Hamburg for today. It's not really that far down the road, it leaves a bit too much for tomorrow. But looking around, there is an Autohof pretty much right in the middle of Hamburg, and it's fairly large, you get a few trucks in there. Could have parked up there. About an hour's walk away, it's miniature wonderland. 5 kilometres to the services. And it's just started moving. This roadworks has been quite slow for a little while. It's just picked up, so I might just about cover 5 kilometres in the time I've got left, which is not much, 13 minutes. Just about gonna make it with a few minutes to spare. Good, good. It shouldn't have been that tight, but we have made it at least. It's just after midday. If there is no parking anywhere, I will be amazed. Oh, hooray, a time of day when there's actually spaces everywhere. So I've got the fuel station just behind me, and the main building all the way down there. Park more towards this end. I'll park on this end bit. That means I'm getting in and out the door pretty easy. And then there's a whole nother section down there which is completely empty. Cool. Oh dear. Just after midday and that's it, I'm done. Chill out for the rest of the day, have a look around the services. A nice relaxing afternoon into tomorrow morning. no great rush. We're well over halfway towards Amsterdam, depending on where it is I'm ultimately going to end up, I'm not sure. I'll see if I can find out the exact address, or roughly where I am going to be needed, and then head roughly in that direction tomorrow. Okay, so this place that I'm going to is a lot further north than I was expecting it to be, if this is the right place that I found. So I shouldn't have come this far south. I should have turned off at Bremen and gone across on the A28 towards Groningen. That's annoying. I was not expecting it to be that far up north, my collection, but there we go. Morning. So, might have gone 81 kilometres past where I needed to turn off, but I got to spend the night in a lovely, proper, good services. Because looking at the map yesterday, there's not that many services on the German side, on the A28, and then once you get onto the Dutch side, as you will see later, the services are not particularly that big or extensive. So in the morning, make progress and then get parked up early to guarantee I've got a space, and then we'll be right next to where I need to be, ready to rock and roll tomorrow morning whenever the pickup time is. I don't know yet. As you can see, it is wet. It was super hot and humid yesterday afternoon, and then a massive thunderstorm rolled in, and it's kind of been wet and damp ever since, basically. But that has taken the edge off the heat, which is actually quite nice. So down here to the next junction, spin it around, and go up. Luckily, there is the A29, so you can peel off and cut off a massive corner. I don't have to go all the way to Bremen and then turn back on myself. So it's not as bad as it could have been. Even the roadworks are up on the bridge as well. Nowhere is safe from the scourge of German roadworks. So is this a temporary one and they're replacing that one, or has there always been two and they're slowly replacing both? I feel like this is a temporary one, because this tarmac here quite clearly has a join line. Down this way on the motorway. So here we are, hour later, as predicted by Google. We are back on track where we should be. So yes, we should have turned off at Bremen back there and then come along this road. But I think when I initially looked yesterday, there's services somewhere near Bremen, and then there's nothing all the way along here until the border. They don't look particularly brilliant. Netherlands, 1,000 metres, as is the services. It's similar if you head to from Osnabrück to Amsterdam. As you cross the border comes down, runs along the road, and then carries on. So each side of the services is in each side of the country. So this side is in the Netherlands, and the one on the other side is in Germany. What does this services look like? It's got a lot of parking, but only a little tiny garage. Wait for me before you move. Yeah, there's only a garage here, same as the other place. Might as well carry on then. So, entry, drive 1, begin country, Netherlands. So yeah, there's a garage back there, and then there's all this. Where's the one that I was going to stop at? It's only got a little garage and a little bit of parking, but it is closer to where I want to be. About 20 or 30 minutes. Question is, am I likely to use anything? It looks like it's just a restaurant, not anything particularly fancy, so I could carry on. Yeah, if I was a bit more organised yesterday and asked where I was heading to a bit earlier, I probably could have ended up parking at the Autohof in Hamburg. So I could have had a wander around the city yesterday, but oh well, I wasn't organised enough. Yeah, I think I will push on just that last little bit. Stop near Copenhagen, however you say it. That's about as good as it's going to get. This road is almost completely dead, which is unusual for the Netherlands. There's normally crazy traffic on their roads. I'm only seeing the old truck, and about 1 or 2 cars so far. There's another truck. 2 trucks, what's the other vehicle? Can't see it behind the sign. Oh, 2 cars coming this way. Shock horror. It's very unusual for the Netherlands to be this quiet. It is a bit of a out in the middle of nowhere kind of road though, so not completely unsurprising that it's this quiet. It does explain why there's very little in the way of services though. What's that supposed to represent? It's an atom chemical thing of some sort. So that's it, that tiny little petrol station. It's the only parking available. Since there's no one down in this bit, I will go down in here. Cool. I'll just back myself into the corner. That way no one can come behind me. And I'm as close to the petrol station as I'm going to get. That'll do. Lights off. 9 o'clock finish. Oh, such stress, such hard work. So I've got to do just drive the other side of Groningen and then that's it. 20 minutes, we're there. Cool. Not much more to do for 24 hours now. Ah, when 1 weekly rest is not enough, get 2. Just been looking up this place that I'm collecting from tomorrow, and it's apparently a LED screens manufacturer. So I can only assume that a company in the UK somewhere has bought a huge load of them, and I'm picking them up and I'll be exporting them to the UK. So T-forms and whatnot. So yes, that could be interesting to do and sort out, and probably a trip to Sevington. Wait until the info comes in this evening of what I'm actually picking up, how much and where to. Start heading back to the UK tomorrow, I suppose, once I've loaded up. Yes, this is really not the place to be having a 24 off, but oh well, here we are. Yeah, it would have been a lot better to have stayed at Hamburg, but oh well, there we go. You live and you learn. I'm not used to this slower pace of truck life. I've always done the go, 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 constantly chasing tail kind of driving, so it's always weird when I get a bit of a slower job that I'm not quite used to. Maybe I'll learn, maybe I won't. I do like being on the run personally myself, but anyway, some new info has come in. I am collecting tomorrow morning. It is on a carnet, or most of it is. Either most of it is or it all is, and if there isn't, there'll be a teeny weeny little bit that'll be on T-forms, but I won't know that until the morning. Fingers crossed it's all on a carnet, because it's a lot easier to deal with. Once I'm loaded, head down to Feltham in London, and from here to Calais is about 6 hours, so I may get back to the UK tomorrow. Not sure, it depends how long they take to load really, because it's 6 hours down there and then an hour and a half on the ferry, however long it waits to get on the ferry, which can take a ludicrous amount of time sometimes, especially now it's coming up to summer. Other than that, I think that's it for now. That's the plan. Load up tomorrow morning and see how far I can get.